What is the advantage of here networking is? So here the one file or one data, it can be saved on two or more computers. If you look at the computer lab, there we may have around 20 computers and all are interconnected to form a computer network. The distance between one to another computer peripherals or computer is maximum. That is the definition of wide area network. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science classes. I am Ravi Kumar Kyar, lecturer in Computer Science, Vidhyaashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. Friends, let us start our discussion with the chapter 15, Networking Concepts. So now let us see the weightage of the chapter. The total weightage is 9 marks, and here MCQ 1 and here 2 MCQ for 2 marks, 1 2 marks question 2 marks and 5 mark questions 1. So total weightage is 9 marks. Now in this chapter we are going to cover the topics introduction to computer networking, features of networking, types of network topologies, networking devices and communication medium. See, these are the topics to be covered in the chapter networking concept. Now let us start with the basic definition of computer network. So what is a computer network? A network is an interconnection of autonomous computers. So now what is a computer network? So definition is we are going to connecting more than 2 computers together to forms a one computer network. So at minimum there will be 2 computers and there is no limit as such. You can have different computers you can connect together to form a computer network, and it is not only for a computers, all computer peripherals. You can have different computer peripherals like printers, scanners, etc. to a computer network. That is the meaning of computer network. It is interconnection of autonomous computers. Now in the next slide, what are the goals of computer network? So first one is resource sharing. So what is a resource sharing? It is nothing but either it is a hardware resources or it can be a software resources. So this is sharing of the hardware or software resources is another feature of networking. So here the aim is to make all the programs, data and peripherals available to anyone on the computer network irrespective of the physical location of the resources and the user. So the basic definition is or advantage of networking is that, so here different type of resources, it can be a data, programs or peripherals. If I say peripherals, it can be a computer hardware like printers or server, etc. And all these resources available, it should be shared by or it should be available to the user who are all in the network irrespective of the physical location of the resources, irrespective of the distance between 2 computers or distance from one to another users. So it can be shared among different users in a computer network. That is resource sharing. Next one is reliability. So what is the meaning of this? A file can have copies on 2 or 3 different machines. So what is the advantage of here networking is? So here the one file or one data, it can be saved on 2 or more computers. Suppose if any problem with one particular computer, if that particular file is not available to the user, the same file or data can be copied from another computer which are stored on different computers. So that is reliability. So that is another advantage of computer networks. Next one is cost factor. Another important is cost factor. So it is PCs means personal computers have better price performance ratio than microcomputers. So with the help by making use of PCs, it's going to help us in cost factor, and it is also better in terms of price as well as performance. So it is better to have PCs in your computer network in terms of cost factor. Next one is communication medium. So what is a communication medium? See here, using a network, it is possible for managers working apart to prepare a financial report of this company. And the changes once made at one end, it can be reflected in the other end. So this is another advantage of the networking, communication medium. So as all of you know that, so networking is connecting different computer irrespective of distance. So suppose one employee of a company, for example, manager. Suppose if we make any changes by one location, by sitting at one location, if we make any changes to the data or database management, whatever it is, the changes made in the software which are reflected immediately among different users of the computer network, that is communication medium. Now let us see the next concept is types of network. What are the different types of network? So here the network means group of computers that are linked by means of communication system. So network is nothing but a group of computers or connecting more than two computers by means of communication system. So based on the size, complexity and geographical spread, means geographical location or nothing but distance, we can have following three types of computer network. So it is these types of networks are based on size of the network as well as the complexity and geographical spread, nothing but distance between two computer peripherals. So here we have three types. One is LAN, we say local area network. Next one is wide area network, that is WAN. Next one is metropolitan area network, that is MENS, MANS. These are all different types of computer network. Now let us see what is the definition of LAN or what is LAN. Now, a small computer network that are confined to a localized area. So what is the definition of a LAN? So here LAN is a small computer network, means which are confined to a local area or for limited area. And very good example for this is an office or a building or a factory. So here our very good example is a computer laboratory or computer lab. If you look at the computer lab, there we may have around 20 computers and all are interconnected to form a computer network. And if you observe, the distance between one to another computer is minimum or it may be in terms of meters. So that is the definition of local area networks. So definition is here the network are confined to a limited area. For example, maybe in a one room, a small room, that is local area network. Generally example for this is a small office in a room or maybe a computer lab, etc. Are the example for LAN. And if you look at the example like this in this diagram, in this example here, this is one office or one local area network, and within that we have connected one computer, this is server computer, and another PC, another laptop, and another computer. All these are different computers or computer peripherals. And if you observe the distance between these two are minimum or a small distance between two devices, that is the definition of local area networks. And the LAN users can share data, information, programs, printer and hardware, everything, etc. See, that is the advantage of networking. So here the LAN users who are all connected to the computer network or can share data as well as programs, maybe a hardware like printers and hard disk, etc. among the different users in a computer network. Next one is in LAN configuration, one computer is designated as the file server and it stores the software and controls the network as well as the software that can be shared by computers attached to the network. So in any computer network, there are two concepts. One is server and one is clients. So what is a server? Server is a type of computer with higher end or maybe higher configuration in terms of memory, in terms of speed. And that is the place where we are going to store different software resources as well as hardware resources, or few hardware peripherals are connected to the server computers. So all the other users can share, or the users which are attached to the network or who are in the network can share all the resources of the network of the particular server. That is the concept of local area network. In local area network, one computer, it acts as a server computer. Next one is computer connected to the file server are called workstations, and workstations may have additional software on their hard drive. So for example, what are workstations? Any computers which are connected to the network or connected to the server are called as workstations. So here in this example, suppose if you look at this is a server computer and all other devices, or this is a computer, another computer, are called workstations. So workstation is nothing but a computer in a network or which are connected to the computer server. That is called workstations. Now let us see the next one. Next definition is Metropolitan Area Network or MAN, MANs. So here these MANs are the networks spread over the city. Example is cable TV network. Now look at this diagram here. If you look at the diagram here, metropolitan area means I am talking about metropolitan city. So here the entire network is restricted or limited to a city. So here if you look at the previous example, the distance between one to another computer is very minimum or confined to a one small room. But if you talk about this, if you look at this, so these computers or all these peripherals are the spread over the city. Here we can say the distance between one to another peripherals or computer is large. That is another definition of metropolitan area network. And the purpose of MAN is also the sharing of hardware and software resources among its users. Again, the advantage of networking, even here also, even in MAN, metropolitan area network, the hardware as well as software resources can be shared by the different users of a computer network. This is MAN. Now in the next slide, WAN, that is wide area network. So what is wide area network? Say the network spread across the countries are known as WAN. Now in the previous LAN, we say LAN is nothing but the network confined to one room or a restricted location area. And if we talk about MAN, that is the network which is restricted to entire city, within one city. And if we talk about MAN, here we are going to connect the computers across the countries, meaning the distance between one to another computer peripherals or computer is maximum. That's the definition of wide area network. Now, wide area network is a group of computers that are separated by large distance and tied together. And it can be a group of LANs also. What is the meaning of LANs here? So, for example, a wide area network is nothing but is going to connect two computers which are very far away, or I mean the distance between two devices or two peripherals are maximum. And another definition is going to connect different LANs together to looks like say one network. For example, we assume that so this is one office, this is branch 1, and we have another branch office, we can say this is branch 2, and this is another with branch 3. And this locally, this branch 1, for example, this is in Bangalore, and this is in Mysuru, and this is in Bombay. If assume that this is a network, so one office in Bangalore, this is one office, branch office, it has its own LAN. This is LAN 1, and similarly, Mysuru branch, we have another LAN that is LAN 2, and in Bombay branch, they have another LAN that is local area network 3. And all these we are connecting together to form a network. So this is a definition of WAN, wide area network. So wide area network, it is also a connecting different LANs together to forms or to look like one computer network. So here, understand the concept here. Branch 1, this is one local area network, another local area network, and this another local area network. All LANs are connected together through WAN network, or this is an example for wide area network. And here, now in the next slide, the WAN links computers to facilitate fast and efficient exchange of information at lesser cost and higher speed. What are the advantages of LAN here? One is cost effective, higher speed, and fast and efficient exchange of information or data. Next one is computer connected to wide area network are often connected to through a public network such as telephone system. Here, as I have given in the previous example, in the previous slide, this is an example. So here, if we talk about this network here, and from one LAN to another LAN, and this to here, all these are connected through public network system or public system, that is, for example, telephone system. So this is another point of wide area network. And here, internet is an example for wide area network. You know what is internet now? So through internet, it is possible for us to connect the different hardware or different computers across the country. That is the definition of wide area network. Students, in this session, we have discussed about the definition of computer network and types of network and what are the goals of computer network. Now, let us continue our discussion in my next session. Thank you.